What do you think of so obviously some of the MMA guys are doing grappling super fights now. So we got GSP versus Demian Maia for the
Hmm.
Fight Pass Invitational. What do you think of that one?
A grappling match? That's interesting. I would definitely, I'm not gonna miss it. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I don't know how much. Obviously, I've seen GSP has been training with Gordon quite a bit now.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, so I think that would make sense. I mean, Maya, I fought Maya and did not have a good time.
You
Uh,
should get the rematch in
yeah, yeah,
Gapping.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, he is very good. Obviously, he's a legend in the game, and I love Demian Maia. He's one of my favorite fighters.
Been around forever, hey.
Yeah, yeah, and he's a few times ADCC champion, right? Or at least,
Oh, good question. I think definitely Actually,
yeah,
he's been doing MMA so long I've forgotten his grappling
yeah,
accomplishments.
yeah. Oh, he has like I think he's won. He I think he won everything at some point. If I remember
Oh yeah,
right.
he did ADCC like 2005, I'm gonna say, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's a legend anyway, and yeah, I'd like to see that match. What's the rule set?
That's a good question. I think they're probably going to emulate the rule set they did at the last show they did Glover Teixeira versus Anthony Smith. So I imagine they're going to emulate the rule set, which was like three 4-minute rounds. Submission ends at any time, and then they would score each period, basically who wins
Okay.
each period. Which I like the idea of doing that because a straight 15-minute grappling match, if it gets in say a guy gets his back taken and doesn't get submitted,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty boring, you know? I
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
idea,
yeah.
like almost like MMA. It's like, all right, you got 4 minutes, then
Yeah,
we're
yeah. 4 minutes is not a
it's quick,
that
hey.
doesn't and they start them back on the feet.
Back on the feet,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That doesn't suit Maya at all. That would
You
suit
GSP, right?
GSP more, yeah, for sure. Because he obviously worked the takedowns and stuff. I don't know if Maya will pull guard or if he can or whatever the rules are, but if
I feel like my will probably attempt to wrestle. Hey, that'd be interesting.
yeah, 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 that would be. He's got a good single leg. He's got a good single leg, Maya.
He picked up the wrestling pretty well, right? From basically starting MMA with
Hmm.
zero wrestling, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think he trained in New York. One of the guys was telling me Edge Hoboken, he did a lot of wrestling for MMA. I
Hmm.
think especially when he transitioned from he jumped up a division, right? Welterweight to oh no, he went from middleweight back down
Hmm.
to welterweight, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I like GSP obviously is a good wrestler and super athletic. Um, and if it looks like he's been training and stuff, so it'd be interesting to watch. See, it might be very boring. It
Yeah,
might get super, super boring, but who knows? I think the 4 minutes definitely are not in favor of Maya, whereas Maya tends to move quite slowly and heavy. So he definitely, like in general, for MMA as well, I've said this a few times that if we didn't have rounds, it would be a lot better for
oh yeah,
us. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like where it's 5 minutes and you might just be getting going. You just got him down and now you're in mount and it's like boop.
Oh, all the rule set favors the what they want to see, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Strike,
It's
yeah.
knockouts.
I remember I was with the Fight Pass guys and they were trying to ask me for opponents for GSP for ideas and I had no idea who would be. I was just like they asked me in the moment, I was like, I don't know. But I remember obviously I said Khabib. I think they said Khabib wanted $5 million to do the grappling match.
Oh wow.
I was like, whoa. Obviously that's priced himself out there. Hey,
Yeah.
those guys would be cool to see.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd love to train with those guys, feel what it's like, you know?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'd love to do like just a grappling session or something with Khabib. I'd say like the pressure and the strength is maybe something that's a bit different, because obviously he's a wrestler, but he's super good on the ground as well. He's just so good at like grinding guys and keeping them down, and he's got great submissions, And his game seems quite simple, and I think it's very, very pressure based, which is kind of like I think my game is a little bit like that as well. I'm not much of a trickster. I'm more like a lot more feel and pressure and stuff. That's always been my kind of game. So I definitely, yeah, I'd love to train with these guys, see what it's like, and to wrestle with them as well, because they're obviously super technical there, you know.